Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the SLO County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 011111911.
We got Stacy on, Jeff, from Big Brothers Big Sisters and SLOBigs.org. Today is National Mentor Day. Hi, Stacy.
Hi. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be back.
Who's your mentor?
Who's my mentor?
Mm-hmm.
I have so many mentors, and I have throughout my life. I would say my current mentor is Jennifer Adams. She's an executive director and CEO at Lumina Alliance. Mm-hmm. And since I moved into this role last March, she has been such a great help in just helping me adapt to my new role. She's a wonderful leader, and I worked there prior to coming on board with Big Brothers Big Sisters. And she's definitely who I aspire to be like as far as leadership goes.
Wow, that is a way to say thank you, because that's what you're supposed to do today, right? Is you're supposed to thank a mentor that you've had?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, we want to encourage people to just think about how you got to where you are today, because if we think about it and take a moment, we all have somebody who poured into us, who invested in us, either as a child or as an adult. And those people make a difference, and they shape our lives, and so it's a great time this month to say thank you.
So Jeremy? I know you guys are getting ready for your, or you're in the middle of your 30 for 30, the 30th anniversary of SLOBigs here on the Central Coast. And talk about that 30 for 30 campaign and what you're asking people to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So 30 for 30 is just asking people to sign up to be a monthly recurring donor. And that's such a gift to us when you sign up, because you're helping us be able to have consistent revenue that we can count on. And even as much or as little as you're able to provide, every dollar counts, And so we're asking people to consider giving $30 a month. And that's because it's our 30th year anniversary in this community, and the impact that we're making, we're trying to celebrate that. And that, if you add that up, that's less than $1 a day. That's less than $1 a day to help support local youth and to help provide them with the mentors that they need to grow their resilience and their leadership skills and be productive and happy people thriving in our community.
Very nice. So today obviously is a big day for you guys. It's a big month for you guys. And if you want to find out more about how you can mentor and you can give back, you can go to SLOBigs.org.
Jeremy, who's your mentor? Who are you thinking today?
I'm too old to have a mentor.
Better play. No. Oh, come on. You're never too old to have a mentor.
I think I'm too old to have a mentor. I don't have one anymore.
A mentor could be somebody who's younger than you.
No.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, you learned a lot from like with Big Brothers Big Sisters. Part of your guys' message ongoing is like you take away a lot from a kiddo.
Absolutely.
And you learn how. I mean, to some extent, my kids are big mentors to me, because I feel like I could talk to a generation of people that I probably don't understand very well.
Because you can learn how to use Riz.
They do. I mean,
yeah, I know that the Riz is.
Got the Riz. Stacy's got
that. Our mentors. Our mentors do talk about that a lot, and I think it's true. Like, I think if you look around, the people that are influencing you and you're learning from, that's a mentor, right? It's not something fancy. I think sometimes people think I have to be this perfect person or I have to have all the answers, but none of us have all the answers. We never really arrive, right? Even as adults, we're still learning as we go and doing the best we can. And so I think that's what we need to remember when we're considering becoming a mentor. And maybe you have, if you don't think that you had a mentor in your life, who are you mentoring? Who are you pouring into? Right. That's another thing to be thinking about, and really making sure you're, it's a new year. We all have resolutions. We all want to give back. This is a really great way to give back. And you can do it in your life, or you can do it through us. But it's an important act of service to invest in another person.
Absolutely. 30 for 30, Mentor Day.
I have four mentors. If people want all my friends that are older than me, I'm gonna thank them today. I'm gonna say thanks for being older and
I
mentoring
love that.
me. Yes.
Thank you. That would be wonderful.
The real challenge would be find somebody who's younger.
I don't think you're going to like their response when I say because you're older than me. It's going to be something I can't even say right now.
Well, you don't do it by default. Be genuine about it, bro.
Stacy, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Appreciate your time, and good luck, and thanks for all you guys do over there.
Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful day.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. Don't miss a moment. Subscribe to the podcast on Google, Apple, YouTube by clicking on Jeff and Jeremy at KZOZ.com.
Jeremy, we got your tickets. The show's going to be coming up this fall, and tickets go on sale this Thursday if you have the special link. How do you get that? You text Chicago to 805-543-3693. Text it into the 805 beer lines. We're going to kick you back a link and a password that you can use on Thursday to buy your tickets 24 hours before they go on general on sale. Now, we're also giving away tickets all this week. Be with us coming up at 9:40. Know the show, and they're yours.
You just had family over for like an extended period of time. What, 7 days?
10 days.
10 days. Jesus. Man. Do you ever think, like, if your mom had to live with you or if Charlene's mom had to live with you, which one would be more desirable?
To have around?
Yeah.
I'm going to be biased,
like,
and I'm going to say my mom. I mean, my mom's
right. But you understand with your living situation, with your house hacking that you guys got going on, it's your sister-in-law and your wife that you live with. You live in a big house, so you can get away from each other in the big house. But maybe they bought a big house on purpose, and that's so mom has a place to call home.
Yeah, her mom, their mom's never going to live here. We've had the conversation, but
that was in the escrow.
Yeah, so all my friends don't have kids except for Jeff, for the most part. I mean, if they did have a kid, they're in their late 20s, early 30s. So we have a place we all go hang out, and that's where I would be all the time. I mean, I'm already there. If
your mom lived there, or if
my mother-in-law lived here, no. Well, I'm just saying, even if my mom lived here, I probably would still do stuff. But my mom is, I don't know. She's my mom. She's great. I don't have any issues like you have with your mom. So my mom doesn't get on my nerves ever. I mean, I'm sure she has, but
I would prefer my mother-in-law. No offense to my mom. I love my mom, and it's not like but like my mom.
Your mom is very demanding on your time, right?
She has a way of taking your life over and becoming the number one priority in your life.
She makes
and
sure.
You could say, I'm not going to let her do it this time, but man alive, she figures out a way to figure it out. This is happening to a lady on.
See, my mom's a little bit more independent, and she's just not like, her personality's not that way.
This lady who lives with her mother-in-law, and she's taken to TikTok to complain about the mother-in-law that she lives with because she has not a baby, but a toddler for sure. So mother-in-laws have a tendency to take liberties with their grandkids. They feel like it's their second chance at parenthood, especially when they're younger and the kids are younger. Because, their kids or the people that their kids married and had babies with don't know nearly enough about parenthood as they do because they've been through it. Sure. I wholeheartedly believe that, and there are times when you have to.
And I'm sure they always come from a good place, right? They're just trying to help.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You not make the same mistakes.
What people have to realize is things were done differently when we were kids,
right?
As opposed to by today's standards. This lady, her name's Julia Chiva. She posted this on TikTok. She went out to take out the garbage, and then I came back, and this happened, and it's a picture of her daughter's hair, and it was cut. So, I mean, that's a quick haircut. I don't care how far the trash is. That is a quick haircut, 2-3 minutes. And she come back in, she goes, what happened to her hair? And mother-in-law, who lives with them, says, oh, I cut it because it was coming down into her eyes, so she trimmed the bangs. Straight across. Dumb and Dumber style.
Oh, the bowl cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all had that as a kid.
Yeah,
Cold
exactly.
scissors. Yeah. My mom would always get my hair wet. I have to sit on the toilet in their bathroom.
This is
wet
why
comb, cold water, then cold scissors. I hated it.
This is why it's different. It's different being a parent. Now, I don't know a single person who cuts their own kid's hair, but my mom used to cut my hair all the time.
Yeah. Tell you
all the time.
Probably at least, 10, 11, 12?
Maybe a little bit.
I want to say, once I got to junior high, I was like, all right, we're going fantastic.
6 or 7 years old, I think. And then, then it was like super cuts and fantastic. Yeah. I remember the first time going, wow, why didn't we do this all along? Why would we always?
It's way more comfortable. This is not freezing. I'm not getting cold scissors on my head.
Cold scissors nicking my forehead.
Yeah. Brutal.
What the hell were you thinking?
That's why we're tougher.
Yeah.
That's why we will persevere. Wait, that's not the word. Preserve. No.
How do you think? How do we what? Persevere.
Persevere. It's you take preserve and revere, and you put them together, and you get persevere.
Yes, persevere. There you go, Jeremy.
Thank you. Appreciate that. My bad.
The English language has no way around you.
Yeah. I'm old. I'm getting old.
Most people, how do you think they responded?
To asking if they cut their kids' hair?
No. To the rage of Julia Chiva, and she's upset with her mother-in-law for cutting her kids' bangs. How do you think people were?
I'm not a parent, so you're not going to like my answer. But my answer is like, who cares? It's going to grow back. It's not that big a deal. It's not worth causing a huge.
People
rift.
were outraged.
It's not.
That's what it says. Outraged on her behalf.
It grows back so fast.
Girl, never let that woman around her again.
Oh, my God.
That's not her child to be making those decisions.
That seems a little
I'm
much.
so sorry she cut her beautiful hair. One person wrote emphatically.
Oh, my God. She's a kid. Kids don't even know.
Another person said, never leave her alone with your daughter again. She cannot be trusted.
What do you think your wife would say? I think
She'd be very upset.
I think
she would be very upset.
Would you be upset? I wouldn't be upset, right?
I wouldn't care either way.
I care.
I'd be
upset. Right back. It's not a
Listen,
big deal.
I'd be like, Mom, what the hell are you thinking?
This reminds me of Everybody Loves Raymond. And one day, Ray's mom's coming over, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I can help out, and I'll get the kids a haircut too."
This happened.
Like, what? She's like, "No, you won't. I just got their haircut." It's this control I feel that women have with each other, and it's usually the in-law and the wife or the mother, and they have this thing, and it's weird. And I think as guys, we just kind of step back. We're like, it's not a big deal. It's a haircut. Like, who cares?
Well,
it's everything. It's giving up the force. It's giving up the power.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
This happened to one of my liberal sister-in-laws. My mom decided to cut the kid's hair, but she had to. It was out of necessity, she says. No cameras. Nobody knows what happened.
Why is it this liberal sister-in-law labeled? Why is it important that we know she's liberal?
Well, because she couldn't watch the kid herself. She had to have my mom do it, and she did it wrong, and then she has to have to say something about it, right?
Okay, so I know where we're going here. Okay.
So she couldn't watch her kids that day. So she had grandma watch the kids. And then,
but grandma didn't ask if she could cut her hair. She just went and did it.
No, but this is where I don't know where the truth lies. I'm sure there's some kind of version of the truth.
I need a little bit more information. Did your mom take her to somewhere like a salon to get it cut, or did she cut it herself?
No, she cut it herself.
Oh God.
Okay. My mom claims.
Was it the bowl cut?
It was just a chop job. Okay, but now my mom claims there's these toys. You wouldn't know what they are, and they're toddlers, so like they couldn't say what actually happened. They couldn't tell their mom. They couldn't vocalize it. It was just, and they're twins, and one of them got
something stuck in her hair.
These things that you stick together, they're like, I don't know what they're even called, but they're like fuzzy, and you stick them together, and they're kind of like Legos, but they're these balls that have these bristles on these balls, and you stick them together, and you can make a line, you can make a big ball, you can make little creatures out of them, whatever you want to do. They're a cool toy for toddlers. I would have liked them when I was a toddler. We didn't have that. And she claims that they got stuck in my niece's hair.
Okay, and her granddaughter's hair, yeah. So she had to cut
And
them out.
there was no way to get them out but to cut them out.
Did she try to get a hold of your sister-in-law and say, "Hey,
no,"
because
she was doing something she couldn't got a hold of. I have no idea. And I think part of it is like, hey, my mom. So she's like, you know what? I'll go ahead and get through this. I've done this before, you know. Sure, Jeff's gotten something stuck in his hair before. I could get through this. She cut around at probably still to this day. My super liberal sister-in-law is, well, she's got purple hair, Jeremy. I mean, come on. How else am I supposed to label her?
No, it's fine. It's fine. And you know what? I mean, we can't see her.
So, Jeremy's got his head in his hand, shaking him like, you shouldn't be saying this. I'm like, well, dude, that's what she is.
No, I get it. I mean, you're just describing, a person.
Right. That can't take care of her kids because their grandma has to. And so she, to this day, is upset with my mom about that. This is 7 years ago.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
8 years ago.
Yeah, aren't you glad you don't live by that family?
But I do believe there is a world in which my mom actually said, you know what, I'm going to cut the kid's hair. And then if it goes awry, I'm going to blame it on these things.
93.3 KZOZ rocks.
Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the SLO County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 01111 911.